90% of the world's most advanced chips come from one company on one island. TSMC holds over 90% of the global market for chips smaller than 7 nanometers. It is the only company in the world making 3 nanometer chips at large scale, the chips inside iPhones and Nvidia AI chips. In 2025, TSMC made 12,682 different products for 534 customers. The iPhone's processor and Nvidia's H100 AI chip both come from the same factory complex in Taiwan. One company makes the chips for Apple, Nvidia, AMD, and Qualcomm. If that company slows down, every tech product slows down. Before we go further, what does 3 nanometers, 5 nanometers, 7 nanometers actually mean? Think of a chip as a city of tiny switches called transistors. Nanometers is just the size of those switches. Smaller number means you can fit more switches in the same space. More switches means more power and less battery use. So 3 nanometers is more advanced and more powerful than 7 nanometers, and 7 nanometers is more advanced than 14 nanometers. Your phone needs 3 nanometers. AI chips need 4 nanometers and 5 nanometers. A car or a washing machine can run on 28 nanometers. The smaller you go, the harder it is to make. And that hard part is where TSMC owns the market. TSMC dominates advanced chip manufacturing with about 90% market share in nodes like 3 nanometers and 5 nanometers. As of early 2026, it holds over 90% of the global market for chips smaller than 7 nanometers, which are the chips needed for AI and phones. For all types of chips, not just advanced, TSMC's total foundry share is 70.4%. That means out of every 10 chips made by a factory for other companies, 7 are made by TSMC. How important are these small chips to TSMC itself? 74% of TSMC's revenue now comes from 7 nanometers and below. 3 nanometers alone is 24%, and 5 nanometers is 36%. So most of their money comes from just 2 types of chips that almost no one else can make. And who is buying them? TSMC makes 100% of Nvidia's H100 200 GPUs, the AI chips that power ChatGPT. It makes 100% of Apple's iPhone and Mac chips. It makes 100% of Qualcomm's Snapdragon chips. For Google, Microsoft, and Amazon's own AI chips, the dependency is 75% to 90%. One report put it simply: TSMC is the exclusive supplier of Nvidia's AI GPU from start to finish. Samsung and Intel are trying, but for chips below 7 nanometers, Samsung has less than 10%, and Intel has almost 0 external customers. So it's not that TSMC makes all chips. It's that for the most important chips, the ones in your phone and the ones running AI, there's practically only one place on Earth that can make them, and that place is Taiwan. Now that we know what 3 nanometers and 5 nanometers means, let's see who is actually stuck with TSMC. First, Apple. TSMC has produced every iPhone processor for several years and is going to continue to be Apple's sole source for chips. Apple generally prefers to get components from multiple sources, but apparently no company, not even Samsung or Intel, can compete with TSMC. This is not because Apple likes one supplier, it's because only TSMC can make the chip Apple needs. The iPhone 17's A19 processor is made at TSMC's Fab 18 in Taiwan on 3 nanometers. There is no other factory in the world that can make it at the same quality and quantity. This dependency is so high that Apple said iPhone sales were held back by supply constraints at TSMC. When TSMC is busy making chips for Nvidia, Apple has to wait. Second, Nvidia. TSMC is the exclusive supplier of Nvidia's AI GPU, leading all stages from wafer acquisition to advanced packaging. The H100, which is the chip that runs ChatGPT, is based on TSMC's 4N process. TSMC produces 100% of Nvidia's H100 200 GPUs. Nvidia's order is so big that its $40 billion Q1 order bank represents 50% of TSMC's advanced capacity. Half of TSMC's most advanced factory is just for Nvidia. Third, Tesla. Tesla's Dojo supercomputer, which trains its self-driving AI, uses a chip called D1. The D1 chip is manufactured by the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company using 7 nanometer nodes and has 50 billion transistors. So Tesla, which makes cars in America, still needs Taiwan to make its AI brain. Now here is the interesting part. The iPhone 17's A19 processor and the Nvidia H100 GPU come out of the same complex, Fab 18 in southern Taiwan. One factory complex makes the chip for your phone and the chip for AI. In 2025, TSMC made 12,682 different products for 534 customers from that same island. Apple, Nvidia, AMD, Qualcomm, Tesla, Google, all their most important chips are made within a few kilometers of each other. That is the trap. These are the biggest tech companies in the world, worth trillions, and they all have to queue up at the same factory door. If that door closes for even a month, there is no backup factory to go to. So why doesn't someone just build another TSMC? Because it costs too much money, takes too much time, and needs knowledge you can't buy. First, the factory itself. A state-of-the-art chip plant now takes roughly $20 billion to $30 billion to build. That is just for one building. TSMC is investing $40 billion in Arizona for 2 factories, and those 2 factories will manufacture over 600,000 wafers per year. That sounds like a lot, but TSMC in Taiwan makes over 12 million wafers a year. So $40 billion only gets you 5% of TSMC's capacity. Second, the machine inside the factory. To make chips smaller than 7 nanometers, you need a machine called EUV. It is made by only one company in the world, ASML in Netherlands, and it has a monopoly in EUV. A standard EUV tool costs around $200 million, and one factory needs not 1 but 20 to 30 of them. TSMC said its new high-end version costs $400 million per machine and is too expensive even for them. So just to equip one factory, you need $4 to $6 billion just for this one type of machine. And ASML can only make about 60 to 80 of these machines per year for the whole world. Third, the money you lose trying. Intel tried to build its own foundry to compete with TSMC. In 2023, Intel disclosed deepening operating losses for its foundry business. The manufacturing unit had $7 billion in operating losses for 2023, a steeper loss than the $5.2 billion the year before. Intel is the biggest chip company in America, and it lost $7 billion in 1 year trying to do what TSMC does every day profitably. And fourth, the people. TSMC is planning record capital expenditure that could approach $56 billion in 2026. That is more than Intel and Samsung combined spend, but money is not enough. You need 5,000 engineers who have spent 10 years learning how to make 3-nanometer chips work with 90% yield. Arizona proved this. TSMC had to delay its Arizona factory by a year due to a shortage of specialist workers, and it was sending technicians from Taiwan to train local staff. So the moat is not just money. It is $20 billion for a building, $200 million per machine, $7 billion in losses if you get it wrong, and 30 years of experience you can't copy. That's why no one can replace TSMC, even with $40 billion in hand. This is why TSMC is called the most dangerous company in the world. It's not because of what it does, it's because of where it is. Taiwan is only 180 kilometers away from China. China says Taiwan is part of China. Taiwan says it is independent. And 92% of the world's chips smaller than 7 nanometers are made on this one island. Taiwan produces 92% of the world's sub-7 nanometer logic chips. That means almost all the chips for phones and AI come from a place that could be blocked by war. What happens if China blocks Taiwan? A study authorized by the US State Department found that any temporary halt to Taiwan's chip production from a Chinese blockade could result in roughly $2.5 trillion in annual losses globally. Another report from US intelligence said a Chinese invasion of Taiwan could halt production by the world's largest advanced chip maker, wiping out up to $1 trillion per year from the global economy in the first few years. Bloomberg Economics estimates the total economic impact of a full-scale war over Taiwan would be approximately $10 trillion, or roughly 10% of the world's GDP. To understand what that means in real products, Taiwan accounts for 65% of global advanced chip production. A disruption could halt production in 95% of smartphones, 80% of data centers, and 70% of automotive electronics, with estimated economic impact of $1.6 to $2.3 trillion. In simple terms, if Taiwan stops for 1 month, Apple can't ship iPhones. Nvidia can't ship AI chips, and car factories stop because they don't have chips. America tried to fix this with the CHIPS Act. The idea was to bring TSMC to America. TSMC is building in Arizona. It is investing $40 billion there. But how much does that fix? Less than 15% of TSMC advanced processes will be in the US by 2029. Even if TSMC builds 12 factories in Arizona, Arizona will account for roughly 18% of TSMC's total wafer capacity by 2030. And the production capacity in TSMC's Taiwan plants will still account for or exceed 80% by 2035. So even after spending $40 billion in 5 years, more than 80% of TSMC's chips will still be made in Taiwan, right next to China. That is why this is a clock. The world needs TSMC's chips more every year for AI, but the factory that makes them is still on an island that the world can't protect easily. Why is TSMC worth $1 trillion? Chip-making juggernaut Taiwan Semiconductor manufacturing company briefly surpassed $1 trillion in market capitalization as the AI frenzy continues to power tech stocks. TSMC controls more than half the world's output of chips and supplies them for everything from Apple's iPhones to Nvidia's cutting-edge artificial intelligence hardware. Investors paid $1 trillion because there is no alternative. If you want AI chips or iPhone chips, you must buy from TSMC. So TSMC is now using that money to build outside Taiwan. It is building 2 factories in Arizona for $40 billion. It is building 1 factory in Japan and 1 in Germany. Total US investment could go up to $65 billion for 3 factories. The Arizona factory is actually working well. TSMC has achieved early production yields at its first plant in Arizona that surpass similar factories back home. The share of chips manufactured at TSMC's facility in Phoenix that are usable is about 4 percentage points higher than comparable facilities in Taiwan. That is good news. America can make TSMC chips, but the size is still small. Less than 15% of TSMC advanced processes will be in the US by 2029. Even if Arizona builds 12 factories, it will account for roughly 18% of TSMC's total capacity by 2030. The production capacity in Taiwan will still account for or exceed 80% by 2035. So the math is simple. After spending $40 billion, 80% of TSMC's chips are still made in Taiwan, 180 kilometers from China. TSMC became a $1 trillion company because the world depends on it. It is trying to leave Taiwan, but it will take 10 more years and $100 billion to move even 20%. Until then, every iPhone, every Nvidia chip, and every AI model still depends on one island staying open. TSMC is not dangerous because it did something wrong. It is dangerous because everyone else did something wrong. Intel stopped building good factories. Samsung rushed and had low yield. America stopped building fabs. TSMC just kept building better factories for 30 years. Now TSMC controls more than half the world's chips, 92% of advanced chips, and briefly crossed $1 trillion in market cap because no one has a choice. You need an iPhone or an AI chip, you go to TSMC. So we built the entire modern world, phones, AI, cars, data centers, on one island 180 kilometers from China. My question to you, do you think America spending $40 billion to bring 15% of TSMC to Arizona is enough? Or will we still be stuck with Taiwan for the next 10 years? And if China blocks Taiwan tomorrow, which company dies first? Apple, Nvidia, or Tesla? Comment below.